Hello, and welcome back to Outer Wilds, where last time we actually landed on the sun station, like, manually, and I'm still very happy about that. Like, yeah, I did get blindsided by the meteor, but still, it was fun. It was fun, alright? But yeah, we also went to Dark Bramble, where we found... what was his name, sorry? I'm trying to remember. It was... I don't know. Some guy was stranded in Dark Bramble inside of one of the anglerfish skeletons. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get my way over to Dark Bramble, which is apparently the opposite side of the sun currently. So that's a bit of an issue. There we go. Found it. But yeah, here's hoping it goes well. Here's hoping it goes well. I think we just went past the quantum moon just there. I think I saw just off the corner of my screen. So that's pretty fun. Well, that being said, I don't know entirely what the quantum moon has to do with anything. And hey, Tuna, good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a while. Not made it to stream in a long time, and you know, I will have a drink while we're approaching. It's what on earth the Queen. Is that what we're calling the quantum moon? You know, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Yeah, no. I don't know if we need to ever go back there, really. I'd be kind of tempted to explore a little more. I don't know if we need to. What we need is to not crash like that. That's pretty bad. Can I just exit quickly and do repairs? Yeah, but a little too quickly, I think. Okay. Okay, I need to calm down slightly and not crash. And there's a quantum moon again. It's come to say hello. I'll disappear in a second as it goes out of sight. No, apparently not. That branch doesn't count. Yeah, ship's not having the best of times, is it? We can repair it. It's all good. Thing is, despite it being damaged, I don't actually know what that damage does. Because I've not exploded. So it could definitely be worse. Like, oxygen wasn't leaking out, because we were mostly fine. Okay, get that repaired. I think autopilot needs to be repaired? I didn't know that was a separate thing. I've never used the autopilot, but cool. Cool. Meteor strike again. It's not happening this time, Tuna, alright? I'm not trying to land in the sun station. I don't think it comes past Dark Bramble, so I should actually be completely safe. Hopefully. Anyway. Instead, what we've got is something mildly terrifying. So that'll be fun. We go into here, and we are looking for one of these, which does not want me dead. How about this one? That didn't quite work. That got blocked off. Can I have a look at that one? That light down there is an anglerfish. Cool. That one over there is not an anglerfish. But I believe what we wanted was to go check this. Because there might be something through here I can investigate. I believe I investigated all I needed to in this top one now. I think we did that last time. Yeah. They are low chances, but there could be a meteorite in here. You're not wrong. What we do also have, though, is there's an eject button. I didn't actually make use of that last time to good effect. Which somewhat surprised me that I'd made good use of it. Yeah, we're going to be drifting past this. I want to then quickly go inside of it, I believe. Because I'm worried there's an anglerfish nearby. Is what I'm concerned about. So I'll wait until I'm a bit closer. Then we're just going to go in. I'm just going to go in. go. We are safe. There are a lot of lights. Some of them are immediately apparent that they're not what I'm looking for. So we just kind of remain still for a moment. So yeah, this one is, I believe, the anglerfish breeding grounds in here. So we do want to be careful. There's likely quite a few of them. But it's not guaranteed that there isn't then also a way forward. That being said, it's not guaranteed that there's anything good for me in here at all. Like, absolutely no guarantee. Just gonna wait until I'm a bit further away from the scary noises until I start launching out scouts. So we're drifting towards the red light. That's where they breed. As fun as it would be to go there, it's not what I'm after. Yeah, 'cause I can see the eggs now. Trying to think. Am I safe to launch a scout? Because I know it pushes me in the opposite direction. Is my biggest concern. Now that looks the brightest, so I'm thinking we launch it up there first. But just before we do, you know, immediately behind me there is still an anglerfish. We're not moving that fast. Heading towards the eggs. I think we're safe to do this. Anglerfish, we do not care for that one. Down there is not an anglerfish. And just to make sure I'm covering all my bases, is that one an anglerfish? That one's not an anglerfish, so there's two we're allowed to investigate. With actually both of them seeming to be valid. Okay. Okay. Because it makes duplicate signal for both. That means I should be safe. Let's continue to go in. Where does my scout end up? I don't know. It seems to just be looping, currently. Just trying to figure out where my scout's actually going. Is it just looping? Is that all it's doing? Yeah, it looks to be. Cool. So if we go straight ahead, that loop, apparently, that's not what I'm after. Though that being said, it might just not be able to do anything other than loop immediately. Yes, from here. It's a little bit different looking of an entrance. Which is interesting. Duplicate signal straight ahead, so that one definitely looped. What about up there? Can't quite see that light. Hoped I could get there, but apparently there's something in the way. Need to navigate a little bit. I don't think there's anything immediately that wants to eat me. Look around for other lights. No. But there was something over there. Just need to keep drifting. We should be safe. Just keep an eye out for a light. It should be appearing over there somewhere. Right? There it is. There it is. That's an anglerfish. It's not what I'm after. In which case... I mean, did I try that one? I know it's going to loop me. But did I try it? I think I just do. Right? Just check. We don't get any frequencies, do we? Just imagine we'd be looking for a distress beacon somewhere. If we're looking for the crashed Nomai ship. Or at least it would make sense if we were. I don't know if that's actually the case. Yeah, be a little careful. Just want to go inside. This should have 2 lights, one straight ahead, one up slightly, yeah. Because one of them moved, that means anglerfish had spotted me, so we just go in. Okay, yeah, so this is dangerous. It's definitely an angry anglerfish over there. Yeah, so we don't go back to that area. Instead, we just reverse. That should take us into open space, right? Yeah, there we go. So, immediately, I would like to just quickly park up here. Because now we know we're not finding anything down there. We don't ever need to go through that path again. That's good. This is what the exploration is for. It's not guaranteed there's not anything down there, just that I didn't see anything. What I would like is... And we want to go to rumor mode, we want to go to... Was it Hornfels Camp? Feldspar. That was it. Track that. Now we go back in. This gives us our marker for the first, at least, teleport. I want to check to see if it can go anywhere else after the first one. Because I'm assuming somewhere in here, like, I'll see something, right? Like, I've got to. I would like to go up there. I think that should be enough of a boost. It's a little ways away, but we should be getting there. Just let myself drift. Because I know there's spooky things about. I don't like spooky things. Line myself up. We can just make a boost done once we get closer. It's all good. I don't like the ambient noise. I really don't. It makes it feel so much more spooky. So then we go. There we go. So, now that we're here, there are a lot of places we could go. That one down there is a seed apparently. Cool. That one there. Is that a seed? That looks like it's also a seed. Alright. Is this one also a seed over there by any chance? It looked like it. I can't quite tell if I was looking at something closer that first time. If I send this into there, where does it go? It goes in. And my scout itself has multiple duplicate signals. Okay. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's anything bad in here, but we've marked literally every point of interest. So where does this take me? And the bad feelings, there's only the 2 lights in here. This is just the dead end one. And that there is the angry anglerfish. So that looks to be moving. Like, that's almost definitely moving, that light, isn't it? Yeah, so this is another dead end. Back out we go. That's us in space, yeah? Okay, just making sure I'm where I think I am. Back in. You having fun, Tuna? I swear that wasn't Feldspar's camp last time, that one. Does this change around? Maybe it does. That would be kinda concerning if this changes each time I go in and out. You enjoying the going in and out of, like, spooky holes? Yeah. I mean, as long as you're having fun doing it, right? I'm mildly on edge doing this. I don't like the spooky kind of stuff that jumps out at me. Every hole is an adventure? I don't know about every hole. Like, some of them are quite boring holes, which lead towards that dead end of just a looping point and an annoyed, at this point, anglerfish. You get creepy breathing every now and again, but there is a anglerfish nearby. We're moving very slowly. And I plan to keep it like that. I do want to find the source of the noise. There he is. Look at him. Having a lovely time, isn't he? I'm moving far too slowly. I don't like this. I am still moving. I'd love to speed up, but I don't know if I can. Because if I accidentally lure him towards this, then we're not allowed to go back inside. Not this loop, because there's going to just be a big fish waiting outside. So I guess we just continue waiting and we kinda hope to drift in. Although I could technically do, because I don't mind me using the scout, is if I do this, that speeds me up very slightly, right? I don't know if that's made much of a difference. And I appreciate the whispering, it's very useful. It's okay though, these guys are blind, they can't hear us. That's how it works, right? That's hopefully going well. I'm not entirely sure how I'm meant to find the Nomai vessel, like if there's meant to be more clues that I'd come across. Only place left I would have had was the kind of initial habitat back on Brittle Hollow, where people set up their base. I think if I'm continuing to struggle to find it, I'm just going to go back to there. I'm going to assume that I just missed something when I was there, because apparently I did. I wouldn't be surprised if I missed quite a lot, I'll be honest. But yeah, currently I'm trying to just explore this manually, and I don't know if that's the intended way to do it. I just need to find the closest one and launch my scout through. Currently what I'm going to do is I'm thinking there's a chance one of these does not lead to the looping space, which is a dead end, or to a duplicate signal. I think this one's the closest. I think it is anyway. So I'm going to launch in my scout. I'm going to see if there's an odd one out among all of these. I don't think there's any anglerfish in this part, but I'm still just being careful. Let's launch that inside. That didn't work. I went at a weird angle, apparently. There we go. Duplicate signal, duplicate signals. Any of these not a duplicate signal? Is that light over there? It's just me seeing like a blue dot on the horizon. That's weird. I don't think that's actually anything, but I'm kind of confused. I don't think any of these are not duplicate signals of some type. I'm gonna try and investigate this weird light. I don't know if it actually is anything. I think it's just like a bit of texture is not very happy or something. You know, it's almost definitely not anything, but I'm still gonna investigate. What is this? I don't know if it's really coming through on stream. It's like a couple pixels. I don't know, I think it's something wrong with the shader, because that's quite obviously a wall just there. Anyway, we want to go towards Feldspar's camp, then I would imagine. Right. Unless, just to double check. Launch us through one last time. Yeah, there's duplicate signals everywhere, but that's not going to help me. Oh well, Feldspar's camp it is. And we'll see how this goes. Because I kind of felt that Feldspar's camp was kind of a one and done thing. Like, you go in, and there's not anything else here. If I just launch that forward, yeah, that's just Feldspar's camp. So can you not just explore to find a Nomai vessel? It's meant to be somewhere in this area. I mean, that's the loop ending. So I think next time we're gonna go to, where would it be? It wasn't Ocean Depths, although we do want to go back there. That's not what we're doing immediately. There's some caterpillars in Dark Bramble, just occasional air particles. That might have been it then. That might have been it. Because that would make sense. That would make sense. Yeah, we are looking for old settlement. Because it mentions stuff about immediately having crashed, about the Eye Universe. It might have useful information. And it is near to the vessel down here, which makes me think possibly there's something else kind of down here, rumor-wise, which then links into there. So as it stands, Meltwater District, debated how powerful advanced what core, traveled and signal. Yeah. I'm trying to find the vessel, yeah, and I'm not sure entirely how. Unless you can, like, recall the warp pods somehow. I don't know. Also, because it is kind of fun, I'll just do this quickly. There we go. Eject button. Have a little spin around. And then we die in a horrible heat death of the universe. Well, I guess our solar system and the rest of the universe is still dying, so... You know, I'm bright enough. I'm bright enough. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to go back there. It's the closest thing I've apparently got some kind of important information to do with the vessel. There, I don't know. Because the rest of the things were marked as I've kind of discovered all of the stuff about them in that area. So it wouldn't be anything to do with that. I don't know. Trying to think, where else could I maybe learn? I mean, can we get, like, coordinates for the vessel? Because I know the... what was it? This thing? Yeah, probe tracking module. That gets coordinate thing. I don't know if that means you can teleport to anything with the coordinates. Still don't entirely know what that's going to do. It tracks the Eye of Universe. I will find it, allegedly. But I don't entirely know how that works. Which means it's got to be this for now. It's the only thing I can think of might give us information on the vessel. I'm really not all that convinced though. But I feel there ought to be something better to go to. I've run into distress beacons. I've got other beacons I've run into. Like, there's a distress beacon over there. There is another one. Oh, there is one in Dark Bramble. But the signal scope doesn't work while you're in there, so that doesn't entirely help. I don't know. I don't know. Unless I can find that distress beacon inside of Dark Bramble, I don't know if I'm going to manage. You could have sworn it did work. I'll try it again in a minute. I'll try it again. For now, though, I'm going to land on here. I'm going a little faster than I'd like, but that's fine. This ship's quite sturdy. What might not be sturdy is the ship if it gets hit by one of those volcanic rocks, but it's fine. Shush, don't worry. Yeah, I'm thinking... I'll check the signal scope again in a little bit. Maybe it does work and I've just been wrong. Also, signal scope. I need to get closer to scan this. There we go. I need to remember you can actually scan these things. So I never do. I never do once I find them. Yeah, jump on down here. Activate this. Get my flashlight on. So these platforms aren't the most stable, but we should be fine. I just need to make my way down. I think down here looks to be a safe enough spot. And continue on down this way. We're at Old Settlement, where allegedly there is more to learn. Be sure not to wander too far. Area is somewhat unstable, safer than anything we've found so far. I think we've probably read that, so I'm going to leave it be. Yeah, that is about the Eye of the Universe. Did I miss anything in here before? It's like the center of the settlement. Does it have anything to do with the vessel? Knowledge is too dear to lose. Here's everything we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal looked like an eye, round with a circle in the center, much like a pupil. So the signal was looking for something. The signal was older than the universe itself. It's the most significant detail. No Nomai clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find this Eye of the Universe. Yeah, that's all well and good, but I think we've seen that before. We've been in that room down below. It's not anything further up, no. I guess we just continue running around and we kind of hope there's like profound knowledge on a wall somewhere. I don't know, these feel like they're just houses, like an emergency shelter, because that's kind of what it was. Also, what I should be doing is sticking that just there so we know what the surface integrity is like. This place could just collapse at any moment. But yeah. Do we have profound knowledge written anywhere? Like all that accessible to me? I mean, there's some information down here, potentially. My brother wasn't in Escape Pod 1 with us. Was he in Pod 2 or Pod 3? Was he able to board an escape pod at all? Sacrificed too much arriving here. I cannot, I will not, allow our clan's greatest loss to be in vain. Okay, that doesn't immediately help, but we do get a tree. Yeah, I won't say no to some extra oxygen. I mean, I'm probably quicker just jumping up here. Does this have anything of use? Have any plans post-stream? We're doing games night tonight, Tuna, is what's the plan. Should be fun. Should be fun. Pain of your absence is sharp and haunting, and I would give anything not to know it. Anything but never knowing you at all, which would be worse. Well, I hope that you're safe, Geek, wherever you are. Okay. That doesn't help me find the vessel. I was kind of hoping there'd be something profound in here. Some kind of useful knowledge. Like, there's that squiggle down there, which I swear we've already been to. I'll double check it though. Can't understand, why did the vessel crash in that place? Is the vessel unwell in some? No, I know that I checked before the warp. The warp core and navigation systems are both well. Warp followed that curious signal from the Eye of the Universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. So, suppose it wasn't a problem for Vessel, but with our destination. Afraid our friends in Escape Pod... Alright, afraid for our friends in Escape Pod 3. 3's the one that landed in Ember Twin, right? I think those guys did found... We've not found Escape Pod 1, which was presumably the first one launched. Seems the signal's coming from Dark Bramble. Maybe that's the escape pod that's crashed in Dark Bramble, not actually a signal from the vessel. That could be interesting. A lot more interesting if I could find the damned thing, but I can't. There's a distinct lack of what I was hoping to find, which is a bit of a shame. I just keep on heading up. Yeah, we've been here. Old settlements marked at the very top. Is there anything even further up? Like up here? No, we've been here, went in that hole, didn't we? I'm a little confused at what's allegedly down here. Is that just something important falling away? I mean, my ship's still fine. I might just go back to the ship. Because I kind of want to check my log, see if there was anything still down here I've missed. Because there doesn't seem to be much, really, in here, but allegedly I'd missed something. Ah, here's something new. Hardest part of this tragedy? Is the hardest part of this tragedy not knowing who we may have lost? Or will the hardest part come later, when we learn? Be well, Aunt Mallory. I mean, it's a sweet message and I like getting the lore, but it doesn't help me find the vessel. I mean, if it makes us feel any better, we know that there's not any survivors now, right? So at least no one's missing anybody, right? Well, it's a plus side, isn't it? I'm sure they would have very much viewed that as a plus side as well. Yeah. Is this important? I thought this was just the trek that they did. Like, over to the, like, glacial path in the south. Utilize temporary shelter and stay close monster paths. I think we've read this. Yeah, it's about them trying to migrate to one of the glaciers. I'll follow it along. Actually, no, I won't, because I've been in that direction. I don't need to. I feel like I'm missing something important, and I don't know what it is. That really annoys me. There's something about the vessel and how I'm meant to find it. Is it just I use the distress beacon? Like, I'd be willing to believe that, honestly. Like, if the signal scope doesn't work, you've got no idea. I mean, I'll try it again. Because it sounds like it should work. And it would make sense that it does. It just apparently doesn't, currently. My ship is still fine. The rest of this land isn't entirely fine. But my ship is. So we're all good. So we head inside, we refill our jetpack. What more is there? What more is there down there? I don't know. I mean, why does the Hanging City link to the vessel? Vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in Dark Bramble, yeah. We know that. But that doesn't help me find it. Hmm. We could always stop off, like, have a peek into the probe tracking module. Because we learned how that worked last time. With going inside the jellyfish. Like, that one might be doable. I don't know. I think we do that first. That's something we do want to check, and it's just less guesswork. So I'd rather not have to just guess at what I'm doing. How did I crash into? The moon, apparently. Is there stuff in there? Wait a second. That one, no. I swear that one looked like there was something inside. There is! The hell's inside of there? Hello? What's this all about? Spin myself around slightly. Yeah, be careful. I plan to be. But we do need to be quick as well. That was a nearly professional landing. I'm proud of myself for that. What needed repaired? Landing gear, apparently. What's all this? Verdict. Location is now inhospitable. Evacuation recommended. Increased volcanic activity detected. Increased solar activity. Okay. So do they try living on the moon? What exactly happens here? I mean, somewhere there's a stone or something, right? For me to put into the wall? Get some information. Well, I'm not seeing any stones. I'm gonna wait for it to do another option, then we're gonna go across. Ah, I see the stone. We're just gonna go for it. It's fine. I kind of rushed because I started thinking after doing that it wasn't fine. But no, we're all right. Yeah, here it is. Timber Hearth. What's this all? Friends in Timber Hearth Mines. The last type of ore you sent us survives the longest in direct heat. Send us more of the same for additional testing. Attempting to improve its durability. Our forge has already burned through everything you sent. Deliver more ore to Hollow's Lantern immediately. You must be fired up about crafting the Ashton Project's protective shell. Yes, the idea of encasement that's supernova proof, however briefly, has kindled my curiosity. Gotcha. I imagine we'll also have an updated estimate of how much ore is needed to seal off the Ashton Project. That'll be more than we initially thought. It'll be significantly more. Smallest crack or opening in the protective shell, destroy everything. So they used this volcanic place to kind of do the forging of the shell inside the Ashton. Okay. Yeah, this is the mines on Timber Hearth. And we saw like the tractor beam digging into the walls. I know what this place is, that's fine. That makes sense. I didn't know there was anything on here. I thought this was completely, like, inhospitable, volcanic planet. But no, apparently that's fine. Cool. I don't think that's entirely important, but it's cool to know. Now, how the hell did I get out? So I've kind of wedged myself in here. But just go up. There we go. Anything more on this, like, volcano world? That one's just a crater. There's not a lot. The only ones where there could be something is there's these two, I guess. That one doesn't have anything. And that one doesn't have anything. It's about to maybe shoot me. So be careful of that. I mean, that was cool to find out. Like, I didn't know there was anything there. Also, hello, Quantum Moon. I think that's Quantum Moon anyway, let's check. Yeah, that was a Quantum Moon. We were right. We almost accidentally landed inside a big tornado. That's actually not what we would have wanted, I don't think. Now we're looking for, I believe, opposite side. Where, let's see, all of these are spinning anti-clockwise aside from this one, right? All of them are spinning clockwise, this one's anti-clockwise. Did we just stumble across one we needed? Like, as the closest one? Well, wasn't that useful? Anyway, now we kind of just need to get inside of a jellyfish. Am I safe to just jump out of my ship? I think I am. And I'm assuming you don't touch the electric parts of the jellyfish. You just go straight up the middle. Right? Let's get underneath. We do not need to ask for consent. This is fine, I'm sure. We just go inside of a jellyfish. There we go. Lovely. How do we know when we've gotten down? I don't know. We just wait. And it looks like we've still got a while until we're at the bottom. It's not an entirely stable platform. That's what's got me concerned. Like, I do just get pushed through slightly. It sounds very electric-y. It's looking very electric-y. I'm assuming we're fine. Right? That's us now just gone through. Yes, seemingly. Okay. So that works. Oh, I'm glad that worked. I didn't have a backup plan. Now that we're inside, it's just us in the center. Cool. Let's see, Ash Twin in relation to the tracking module. It's just telling us about the Ash Twin in general. That's not entirely useful. What about in here? This looks to be important. I'm gonna have a quick drink. An exciting news, Privet. The Ash Twin project is almost preparing to receive the probe data from Orbital Probe Cannon. Rami is adding some finishing touches here, but it shall be finished soon. Are you in the Orbital Probe Cannon? Well, you are. The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data too. On the other appendage, I'm now worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew's moral integrity. This probe determines the location of the Hive Universe. I'll send an alert directly to you and Rami. Also got launch module. Is this going to show us just inside of a launch module? Seemingly yes. This looks to be inside of the launch module because that was on the big broken window. That makes sense. Swap these ones out. What's this tell me? Imagine Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. It'll be the first to see them. I'm honoured and terrified. Won't ask Orbital Probe Cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Bet not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire a probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the Orbital Probe Cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mal. I would mind because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data. Probe tracking module is destroyed. Yeah, I feel that fear kind of came to fruition, didn't it? That makes sense. If we go over to the ceiling, I don't think we need this stone. What we do want is this. As Giant's Deep Cannon can give me data on it. So it's very much launched the probe, which still looks to be in flight. Visualizing current trajectory of probe 9,318,077. Seeing data from the probe. So they've launched a lot of these. And have any of them worked? I kinda hope so. I'm assuming once it gets so far out, like it just automatically gets called back and sent again. But I thought it just kept being launched at the start of the cycle. How is it launched multiple times? Is it a different launch each loop? I mean, it's come across the eye at some point. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria for the Eye of the Universe, found by probe 9,318,054. Total number of probe launches 9,318,077. Does it find the eye on my first loop, and then all those additional ones have been since then? Potentially. Retrieving previous launch data from Ashton. So they did actually find the eye. I don't know what that means. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. Thank you, game. That's what that is. Retrieving stored coordinates from Astro. Well, that's all well and good, but what do I do with this? I don't know. We'll turn the power off. There we go. Ball just goes back to start. But yeah. It's all well and good, but what do I do with those coordinates? I mean, I can always come back and get them again if I need to. Can I leave? Might honestly be faster to die than to go back to my ship. But yeah, heading on out. What's all this thing in the middle anyway? Like, is this just like the center of the planet? It just looks like kinda rock. Or coral of some type. Ah, and there is my ride out, hopefully. Let's head on up. There we go. Yeah, we've now got the coordinates. Ah, we don't get to really process those much. But yeah, that's still not helping me find my way into the, like, ship, the vessel. Let me just get out of here, because that should be us now outside of the center. Can I quickly revisit my ship and look over stuff? I can try. It's all the way out there, though. Hello, ship. Can I get to you? Kinda hope I can. They're quite high up. I'm not lying. Have you gone all the way to the surface? You've gone past the currents. Yeah, you're at the surface. Cool. It gives me a moment to check over this. And thanks to the picture, we do actually get to remember those coordinates. And whatever those might mean. Still don't know how you get to the vessel, though. Like, using the signal scope, I think that's the way we go about it. But how do we use it? Because it doesn't seem to work previously. Although, that being said, it did work to find Feldspar's signal, didn't it, when we were in his part. So we just need to get it out in each segment and see at what point we come across a distress signal. That might be it. Hello, other guy. Good to see you in chat. It's always nice seeing new people. There seems to be a lot of people in this game. That's lovely, because it's an amazing game. I'm really enjoying it. So it's cool to see so many people still, like, actively going to streams. Yeah, we've got the coordinates. We've got inside of the Ash Twin, where presumably that core inside of there, because it was mentioned that was made in the Black Hole Forge, made similar to one in the vessel. That, yeah, probably. That's something important in terms of, like, I need that for the ship, because it's what core broke. Like, I'm putting things together. And yeah, after this, I am planning to do the DLC. I've currently got the DLC. I have it turned on. I have not done any of the DLC as of yet. But I plan to. Because it seems like it's going to be fun. I was told I don't want to have it on if I can avoid it. At least for now, because it adds like a new planet or something. Yeah, that was Luna in the chat. Told me not to, if you're curious. But yeah, I will do it. I will. Simply a case of I want to do the main game first, because I feel it makes sense. Fans are always looking for new playthroughs. I mean, yeah, fair enough. It's a good game. Keeping off of it's good until we get to the end of the main game. I can do that. Certainly something I can do. Yeah, distress beacon. Can I just follow this? Does that work? Because, like, we've got the signal. That's all well and good. But it seems like Feldspar's at least disappeared when you went in. This one doesn't disappear. Okay. You know, I was going to say launch a scout, just to check, but I don't think we really need to, do we? Yeah. So that one's safe. What I'm going to do is, you know, apparently the Ventures one also works. I swear I tried using this before, it didn't work. Disagree. DLC is isolated enough for the main game, players aren't likely to stumble upon it. Okay. I mean, I did stumble upon some of the stuff which seemed to point to it. I think there was something on Timber Hearth, which very much sounded like it was pointing towards, like, yeah, this is gonna be DLC stuff, you should maybe come back to this. Because I think I came across, like, a Radio Shack, was it? You know, like, I'm happy enough having either. Like, if it is isolated, that's all well and good. Why is that one just red? No D-cells? Yes. Not likely. It's not the same as impossible. You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, there's shards of stuff in here. Yeah, what does red mean in this context? Because red before has meant it leads into their breeding ground. You know, why am I doing this? I don't need to. I can just distress speak. Distress beacon's not either of the things I need. Okay. So the two things I'm seeing, they're all well and good, but neither is the distress beacon. Let's make my way past that spinning. We're going down there. Continue to be kind of careful, because I'm worried there might be a fish nearby. It's allegedly quite far away in that direction. Well, that being said, there's the lights. Hello, lights. That looks quite promising. Whatever I've just come across. Hello. Do not lock onto this, just so I can balance my trajectory. So I want to hover just next to it, I think, because I do possibly want to come back to my ship. Has it still got the distress beacon just there? Yeah. There we go. This is Escape Pod 3. So the last of them that was launched. Okay. I was wrong. I thought this was Escape Pod 1 that might be in. Escape Pod crashed as we tried to flee this place, destroying our movement and communication capabilities in the process. Got out as long as we could here, but this pod supplies breathable air as nearly as places. The anglerfish attack more and more frequently. Best chance of survival is to return to the vessel to either repair damage or probably await rescue. Seka, is the message finished? Vessel's beacon is already growing fainter. I'll be gone in a matter of hours. We need to leave here quickly. But yeah, we know rescue didn't come. So these guys just end up, I guess, suffocating. Turn myself around. And I'll read the black box first. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Gravity not detected. Breathable air not detected. Multiple life forms detected, potentially hostile. Verdict, do not exit pod. Navigation error. Life support error. Propulsion error. Multiple collisions have altered pod's trajectory. Significant damage to pod detected. Then launching escape pod. I'm reading this in the reverse order, am I? Yeah. Ah well, it's fine. It's fine. Vessel's been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated, awaiting departure from vessel. Okay, that's fine. we've got this. There's a new problem. Our equipment is detecting two distinct beacons from the vessel. But it isn't possible for a vessel to be in two different locations at the same time. I agree, but the beacons are exactly identical to each other. Perhaps if I had more time. Basically out of time already done. The vessel's beacon is quickly fading. Soon, it will be gone, and we will be lost. We'll follow the beacon whose source is nearest to us. But suppose that beacon is false. Luckily we don't have enough air to reach the farther of the two beacons then. Decision is made for us. Leave a trail of lights as we go. Still a chance someone could hear our escape pod's distress signal. Yeah, the signal, which I would imagine is what ended up attracting the anglerfish. Right? Like, it makes sense. Alright. Well, back into my ship and we're going to follow those lights. Because I feel I'm a lot safer in my ship. I don't know. It's probably fine to just wander off there. Like, there doesn't seem to be any of the anglerfish about. But still, I'd feel a lot safer in my ship with my nice, comfortable eject button. Something I have only once used to any real success has been in here. Yeah, follow this along. Do be a little worried that we're heading towards a light of some kind. Like there's a light back there, is there not? No. But this looks like this is a false distress beacon. Okay, I'm gonna hop out my ship. So yeah, this is one of those seeds. Just because I've got a good angle for it, I'm gonna check. Is that an anglerfish? Because if it is, I want to be careful. If it's not, I still want to be a bit careful, but significantly less so. That is an anglerfish. It's a long distance away, however. So I should be safe. I'm assuming I want to be shooting that scout into here. I'll do that in a second. Now, it looks like we've got a recording. Then you come here searching for us. Followed one of the two beacons from a vessel to this place, but now we can go no further. It's almost too faint to hear now, but the vessel's beacon is still faintly emitting from within this thorny sea. Yet the opening is too small for even a single nomad to fit through it, so our escape pod couldn't have flown through here. I don't understand how this could be possible. This gruesome place seems able to manipulate space itself. Maybe this was our undoing. To be so close to the location of the vessel and still so far is difficult. Worse, the vessel's beacon is dying. Soon, we'll be unable to hear it. There's nothing we can do now but try to perhaps find a way inside, or at least attempt to comprehend why this happened. My dearest hope is that the other escape pods were able to reach relative safety. Yeah, they all just suffocated out here. Poor fellas. It's better than me to kick their corpse around, but oh well. They're not gonna mind, right? That looks like where I want to go. Put that away. One thing I will check, however, it said the beacon is faint. Is there anything? Okay, no, so I just had to put my scout through. I did the right choice. Okay. And keep in mind, I need to get my trajectory correct. And then we just kind of go over there. Because there is an anglerfish, I don't want to be moving too much. Because yeah, that anglerfish is the white light I see. I think we can probably go at relatively high speed. Because, I mean, it's quite far away. It's apparently in here. Okay, so we do need to worry slightly. Okay, we go into this, and we just keep following the red one, seemingly. No, we don't keep following the red one. However, I recognize this place. This is... Okay. This is one of the ones we've been in before. However, because I didn't enter very cleanly, we're going incredibly slowly. Still though, we can just wait. That's fine. It's not as if the universe is going to end in like 12 minutes or something. We're fine. Normally, I could use my scout to make myself go quicker without annoying them. But I can't. I could activate the master alarm, potentially. I don't know if that's an optional thing you can just press to really screw yourself over. But I don't think I should. What else have we got to look at while we wait to move past these guys? We've got temperature gauge, is always fun, right? I don't know if you can run out of fuel, but there is a fuel gauge. Not actually sure how much this changes as you're trying to land. We've got like an altimeter and all that. Like, there's some fancy stuff in here, which normally I just never look at because I never use a preload. It's not something you really have to use on. Yeah, if you go into breeding grounds of these guys, you then just need to go over there. However, there's a guy not too far behind me, so hold off on doing anything just yet. This means if you go into the red immediately, and then you kind of remember this angle, you can probably get here easily, huh? It's just not a marker of any kind. That's what's going to make it difficult to find. Let's move a little. Just a little at a time. As you can see, there's an anglerfish in the lower left there. I'm not scared, you are. It's fine. I promise. I'll have you know I've landed on the sun station. I can do this. Oh, this is kinda terrifying. I just went full speed. I could get in there. How close is that anglerfish? Too close for me to feel comfortable. Because I think there's an entrance like round there to the right hand side. Might be safer than this one. However, there's currently a vine between me and that anglerfish, and we're not the best at navigating due to the whole being blind thing. So be careful. I can probably do this. If it goes wrong, I can just run. But I think it's working out. You're really not helping in the chat with just the smiley faces. We're fine though. Kind of her face as well. I'm not seeing any lights. I think we're fine to go a little quicker. Yeah, there don't seem to be any anglerfish in here. This part's safe. Which I think we can say relatively safely we've reached the vessel. Well, I don't entirely know what I'm meant to be doing here. I mean, I've got a vague idea of what might be doable, but I'm not 100% certain. Because what I'm thinking is, this thing's able to warp, right? They gave it coordinates before. That was kind of how they got into this mess. So gave it coordinates for the eye, it ended up here. So if I can give it coordinates again, and I've just found some new coordinates. I'm thinking, I'm about adding this together. I'm a little bit off from knowing how it works. But I think I'm figuring it out. Because, I mean, it has a broken warp core. I know I can get another power source from the Ash Twin, but that's how I revive. So that's probably not a good idea. I wonder if you can, like, make another in the Black Hole Forge, maybe? That would be sensible. Although, looking at that, that is exactly like the one from the Ash Twin in the middle there. I'm starting to think I might have to make a bad decision at some point. I'm not looking forward to it. Oh dear. So what does this do? Can I, like, turn on gravity? What's this done? I've kind of moved that to there. It's not done anything. Is that, like, because there's not a power source in the middle? Yeah, nothing's actually properly being powered. This can be raised. Never mind. This doesn't take much. Ah. In which case, I'd imagine this is how you put in the coordinates. Okay. I'm not going to claim to remember them off the top of my head, but I can try. See if it does anything. So I think it was something like that was one of them. And then just move it around and it turns. Okay. When I want to say a second one was maybe... This is kinda hard to do. This. And then you can just stick in the last one, right? Which I'll not lie, I don't remember this last one at all. This last one could be anything. I'm gonna say it's not that. But yeah. It takes in the coordinates that I put in. And it'll teleport. Presumably. So it's like a warp device. A warp device that needs power. I see how this is adding up. Do we have any, like, logs in here at all? Like, anything? Ah, there is some writing. Okay, cool. Cool. For a second there I was going to say I've found it, but I don't know entirely what to do. But now I know something. Zeskel's vessel. Something went badly wrong during our war. Our vessel is mortally wounded. We need help as quick as possible. The vessel appears to have... Has it fused with the local environment somehow? There are vines that are now part of the vessel. It's been torn apart from the inside itself. We are abandoning our vessel. Any Nomad clans or spaceflight capable species receiving this message, I implore you, we need your help. Is this broken? Can anyone hear me? Our vessel is dying. We need immediate assistance. Yeah. So I'm assuming they got one of those seeds inside of here. And that kind of exploded their ship. Which looks like it would have been a massive ship otherwise. But yeah. Many of my clans whose vessels can hear this message. It's clear the universe is dying. There are fewer and fewer resources and safe places within space now. So my clan and I believe the best option is for all our clans to stay together. If you can reach the gloaming galaxy, we found that Blackrock's suns are fairly stable, and life in the star system is, comparatively, thriving. We live in relative safety. If you prefer to continue exploring alone, no, you will be on your own. Kana, we're making our way to you. It's good to hear from you, Bromy. We'll watch for your vessel. Has anyone heard from Neem? His clan was on its way to our vessel, but they never arrived, and he hasn't sent any messages. I'm beginning to worry. That is unsettling. Reminds of an old myth my grandfather used to tell. The disappearance of Eskel. That being the ship we were in. Okay. So this ship kind of became a myth among the Nomai who survived. I remember hearing that story as a child. One day, Eskel's vessel simply stopped responding. Our clan searched and searched, but found no trace. As if their missing friends had warped out of existence. It's no myth, friends. Eskel's clan existed, and their story was real. What a curious event to have passed into myth. Our ancestors' ancestors were told that story when they were young. Are you sure it's true? How so? It's a very long time ago, but yes, my clan's ancestors searched for Eskel's clan a long time, but in the end, none of them were ever seen again. It's the only time in our history a vessel has ever disappeared this way. Stop. I hope you aren't comparing Eskel's story to my clan's vessel. Name, my friend, we feared you were gone. Not yet, we aren't, but nearly. Been in trouble during our war. Triple suns of bright sparks star system exploded. There's only a lucky coincidence we weren't caught in the blast. We'll meet you soon, Khan. I'm relieved your clan is safe, Neem. It's good to hear your words. Any vessels nearby, remember to be extremely cautious of potentially unstable stars. Which is most of them now. Alright, so that'd be a message this ship received after crashing. It just couldn't transmit. That's a rather cruel fate. Like, imagine being completely trapped. You can hear that there's people out there, but you can't tell them anything. Well, to be fair, that was like something that happened a long time ago, apparently, this place crashing. So we don't know if they were receiving messages at the time. But yeah, this did not end very well for them. That guy in particular, I don't think he had a very good time. But yeah. That does raise one question. Which is, yes, we have coordinates for kind of like Eye of the Universe. Are there coordinates for the alleged safe spot the Nomai all went to? Because if there is, it's going to be somewhere on this ship, right? I don't entirely know where, but if it's a thing, it's here. What do I mean? So you know how that message on the board mentioned there was like a comparatively thriving system that the Nomai all kind of went to in their vessels. And they were talking about how this one was lost. That means there is possibly somewhere of living Nomai. Just kind of living it out until the end of the universe, right? Like, they might be out there somewhere. I don't know if you can find them, but they might be there. Yeah, we found the vessel. There is apparently more to do here. More to explore. Like, I know we want to come back with the actual power source. Is that all it's going to mention? Like, the power source is broken? So I can quickly go lift that and put it back down. Right? It wasn't actually that far I had to go, was it? It would have just been off from here? Where am I? I'm trying to find my way into the... Where'd I get? There it says. I want to pick up the thing in the middle. I then want to be told, oh, ship log updated. And then I can assume that everything is fine. Pick up warp core. Insert it. Log updated. Lovely, that's what I was looking for. Now we can know if we're actually done with this. Which I would somewhat hope we are. I don't know if we are. But I'd hope so, because I don't know what else there is in that ship. But there's probably not much. Yeah, that's apparently it done. One last thing to quickly check. The vessel is marked. We can mark it on our HUD, we can get back here. Trying to think, does that mean we've only got the one thing left to do, which would be to, like, steal the power core from the Ash Twin? Feels like a bad idea. I mean, I can go back to check the Black Hole Forge. I'll look over our notes in a minute. I'm just ready to die quickly. I mean, you can't make a new one, can you? Like, even if the equipment's there, it was specialist knowledge, is what I understood from the notes. Like, we've got the Black Hole Forge, we've got everything else. It doesn't mean we can make it. Possibly because we need to be closer to the Black Hole in order to make it. And to do that, we need someone else to actually put the Black Hole Forge into the Black Hole. See, I'm not entirely buying that you can get to the Black Hole Forge properly to make your own one. Which means we need to steal this thing from Ash Twin if we want to make it. Which is kind of a terrifying idea because we don't get to come back from that. I mean, out of everything else, we've kind of explored it all. Is this... I mean, there's one thing we haven't explored. Like, I don't know if we particularly care about the rock. Like, we kind of did all the quantum and stuff and I just ignored the shark. Like, there's the grove. There's something to do in the cave, apparently, in the lake bed. I guess I did do Timberheart the first time. And then went to everything else that might not be as explored as I'd want it to be. But between everything else, like, it's looking fairly promising. Like, I could go tell Feldspar what's about to happen. Like, see if he wants to come join me for what will be the last trip through the galaxy. I don't know. Like, right now, I'm just launching into space without any particular plans. Which I'm not sure is the best idea. I mean, we've got this. This looks like it's going to be DLC stuff from what the notes said, so I can ignore that. Vessel can be marked in the HUDs, that's very helpful. I want to find the Quantum Groves. Apparently there's stuff there. There's this. Is that ghost matter? I feel like I should maybe not be landed this close if so. Yeah, I might just not do that. But yeah, what can I do now? Is there anything else to explore? I mean, there's this giant, like, geyser there. We've got maybe some stuff to do underground. I don't know. I think we just head to Ash Twin, right? Just make my way in towards it. I know I'm kinda off from where I want to be going towards it. With the trajectory markers. I'm being careful of the sun. Which I do know exists and probably wants to hurt me, I would imagine. This feels like a bad idea. I feel like there's more I should know, but I kinda have everything, don't I? Is this safe? Well, to be fair, I don't know if safe's what I'm entirely looking for. Is this a good idea? I don't know. I mean, I've ended the fabric of space-time before. Like, I would imagine me doing this. It's not as bad. Okay, I think we're off from the equator, so we should actually be safe currently. In terms of our ship being parked here. Let's make my way towards the equator. Which is where the sand pillar is. And we need to get inside. Just be careful of the giant, like, pillar. I'd rather it doesn't crush me. Do we just have to wait around on this planet for a while? Can't help but notice there's not a lot going on just yet on this planet. Like, that would be the sun right there. That's fine. But it's not what we're needing. We're needing the Twin Towers, which is, I'm sure, what the Nomai called them, right? I think it's this one I need. If I just wait slightly off to the side for the kind of sand or ash to lower. Which one did I go down? I think it's this one over here I want. Then we just wait. This is... I don't know. This is slightly scary. Like, I'm not entirely sure what my plan is. I guess we just grab the core, we go to the vessel, we put in the code, and we just say that's good enough, right? Like, there's not anything else I need. I need to remember what the code is. That's going to be the most difficult part, I think. My long-term memory is good, my short-term is absolutely abysmal. It's continuing to lower the sand. I think this is the right place. Just need to keep waiting. And here comes the sand. A famous song by the Beatles, I believe, right? Yeah, we just wait quite far away for now, because it's not the right time to go over. And it's very quiet. I don't like it. It's making me tense of how quiet the game's being. But I'm fairly convinced this is the right thing to do. So this here, this is one with intact ceiling. I don't entirely know if there's anything up top to investigate. There's a scroll. Maybe have a look at this while we wait for the sand pillar to come by again. Because what we want is under this one. Maybe just continue waiting. Turn my light on though. Make some shadow puppets or something, I don't know. Is that the sound of the sand coming back? I don't think so, it's too soon. Yeah, no, we're fine. Being tense as normal, I'm glad to hear it. Now I can take a scroll through the teleporter. I was gonna look for a wall like in this area to use, but I can just go through the teleporter, right? There's a wall inside of the ash twin, I believe. Ah, there's what we're waiting for. Quickly duck under here. And we then get back to waiting. So, lovely weather we're having, isn't it, with this lack of atmosphere? 3 minutes of oxygen. I believe there are trees inside, so we should be safe. Be a bit of a shame to suffocate after coming all this way. Could you imagine? Yeah, the pillar should hopefully come by soon. But as it's overhead, we just run inside. This is fine. This is still fine. It's a bit scary, but it's all good. There we go. And we're inside. Was I right about them having a wall for the scroll? I really hope there is one. Not seeing one immediately. No. Yes, maybe. That's the wrong kind of wall. That's a bit of a shame. But yeah. Is this it then? Artificial gravity? Turn that off. This feels like a bad idea. But I don't think I've got any other ideas. Open up that. I said open that up. I don't want it to come back open. Ravenclaw will disable the Ashton project. About to access the core while the Ashton project is active. I'm aware, but I don't think I've got much of a choice. Let's go, I guess. Now we need to be very quick about it, because if the universe explodes while I've got this, it's not entirely ideal, to put it lightly. My ship is like the opposite side of the planet. Good forward planning, me. Just one quick jump around one, we should be able to get it. There we go. They've got the music. Now that makes me even more tense with that playing, but okay. Sure. Thanks, game. I mean, I'll try and be brave. I don't know how brave I can be though when I'm about to go into, like, Dark Bramble. Like, I do not like Dark Bramble. For what I feel should be obvious enough reasons. It's like, I mean, it's spooky. I don't like the atmosphere noises. I'm honestly fine enough with the fish, it's more just the ambient noises. And the fact you need to go so slowly through it has me on edge. Yeah, keep making my way forward. Want to probably start slowing down now. Start pulling my trajectory because it looks like we've got a good approach. This is fine. Maybe travelling a little too quickly still. We should hopefully be okay. We've got the vessel tracked, so I am more than safe to just go inside. Let's go. We can do this. Immediately we just head towards this. There's not any anglerfish straight away. So we are safe to just go towards this. Once we go inside, we need to be careful, so I need to actually line this up. So we've got a good amount of speed. Go in, get a good bit of speed on. It then sets me to the speed it wants actually, so that doesn't matter. But we didn't crash into anything, so we're not going extra slow or anything. Yeah, we wait. I'd be very mildly scared, but we just wait. I don't know if I'm even allowed to tap the thrusters right now, so I'm not going to. We've actually got a lot more time than I might be thinking. Perfect time to have a quick drink. Wait until we've got ourselves relatively close to the eggs. Because, yeah, that guy back there, he's quite close. I don't trust moving with him that close. Not when I'm currently not allowed to die. We just keep on waiting. I believe that one there was the anglerfish we don't like. We can quickly check. Yeah, we don't like him. Good to know. Good to know. Let's move slowly and carefully. So yeah, we need to maneuver around this vine. That should be a good angle, good speed. It's working out. This is working out. At this point, I could just use the eject button for fun. I'm not going to, because I'm kind of scared. And I don't really remember the code too well. If I did, If I knew the coordinates off the top of my head, I could have just used the escape pod there and just sped up slightly. Because I don't think the escape pod makes any noise. Okay, I'm now just approaching the vessel. If I angle myself like this, that's all good. I now just need to have a quick read of this. You know what? To quickly use the snipping tool. I'll just I'll have this in another window because I'm not gonna remember. There we go. Lovely. That is absolutely perfect. Is this cheating? Maybe slightly, but it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I think we can just go, honestly. We're not coming back to my ship. Yeah, make my way inside. If I rotate myself a little, it might make it easier to navigate. There we go. The vessel is apparently in that direction, so I'm assuming... Like, which way do we want to go? Is it not out here? It was out this way, okay. Okay, we're fine. Put this inside. Ooh. And we've got gravity now. I mean, that means it's working at least. Okay, so, the code we want is that. The second part I actually did remember last time, seemingly, so I'm proud of myself for that. We want this. Yeah, I was never going to remember this one. And that is correct. Also, I'm going to very quickly check. There wasn't anything underneath, was there? Like, to read? There was. I'm going to very quickly read this. I'm recording now. I've never encountered anything like this. Signal vessel receives appears to be older than the universe itself. So first contact with anything of this nature, everyone prepare to work immediately. Escort, wait. I need more time to send an outgoing message. Should we tell another plan where we're going? So the message upon our arrival. This extraordinary signal appeared suddenly. It may disappear just as quickly, and we can't lose the discovery of this incredible. Focus on preparing for warp instead. I understand. Luna, is the vessel ready to warp to the signal's approximate coordinates? Warp core is powered? We'll need a significant jump. Afterwards, we'll need time to recharge the core. That shouldn't create a problem, provided we arrive at or near the signal's source. Everyone, we're ready to warp. And I mean, on this situation, yeah, I think we are ready to warp as well. In which case, I would imagine we just move this down to here. And then we just stand. I don't know. I think we need to do this potentially. There we go. That seems to work. I'm glad we figured out the control system. What happens now? Is that there? Looks like the Eye of Universe. So you got that weird structure around it and then the circle in the middle, yeah. That's the eye based on their pictures. This ball moved. That ball was supposed to be over here. So that's how you warp down, I would assume then. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, there's the ship. There's everything exploding. And here's the eye. I mean, thankfully there's enough light, because otherwise this place would just disappear, right? Take a picture of it, just to be safe. Because you never know what's going to happen, right? You never know. Although if it's disappearing, if I'm stood on top of it, that would actually be okay. I'm still just worried though. So I'm approaching the horizon, which looks to bring me towards the center. We just walk into this then. So it sounds rather spooky. Is this safe? My controller vibrated, but we've got trees. Okay. I don't know if we're meant to question that. Where are these alleged trees? I don't know, but there's lightning striking nearby to me. It's vibrating my controller. I don't know if it can actually hit me. That'd be... Imagine like getting all the way here and how tragic it would be. To just get struck by lightning. Yeah, make my way to here. We like jump through that? I want to say yes. But what's down there? Is that like a hole I can go inside of? No. Do we just go up there? Communication is lost. I can't retrieve it either. Okay. You know, that's just the end of my scout. It's done me a good service. Do I just go? This feels like a bad idea. Especially considering I can't go up there. I guess we have to go down. I mean, there's less gravity in here. Which means from inside of this little spot, you can in fact try to go up potentially. Oh. Okay, no, you don't try and go up. You go up the walls. And that inverts the gravity. So in fact, you just jump into it. Any signals? Anything to keep me comfort? No. Okay, in we go. Here, this is fine. Let's, yeah, we've not got a scout. I can't help but think that was a bad idea, but... Never mind. We're in the museum. But not the museum. It does not want me walking outside. Okay. I won't do that. Our adventures were founded by Feldspar, Gosen, Slate, and Hornfels to explore a solar system at the end of the universe. This is probably different to the museum itself then, I'd imagine. The mine never got to see it for themselves, but thanks to their efforts and technology, Alharthian was able to reach the eye of the universe. Indeed I was, yeah. No Maya came to our solar system, we're following a signal from the eye of the universe. We perished when the interloper arrived, bringing with it a deadly substance we called ghost matter that flooded the entire solar system, almost instantly and without warning. This is just summing up what we were meant to learn from the game. Also, there's not a gravity crystal there. I think there is inside of a normal museum. Oh, life forms will perish in the oncoming death of the universe. Not miss the anglerfish the least. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. There's not much other life we came across, though, so I don't know. I'd argue, honestly, the cactuses were worse. I didn't like them at all. They were a real pain. At the end of its lifespan, our sun collapsed under its own gravity and then exploded in a violent supernova. That it did. I'm assuming it won't let me jump out there, so I'm not going to try. Can go upstairs, though. Where does this take me? To... I mean, is that the Eye of the Universe? It says I get to observe it, and that's kind of what we were going for, is it not? Anything else to read? This is odd. According to my redshift calculations, every single galaxy in this image is moving away from us. In fact, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. That's true. Is everything closer together in the past? How far back can we extrapolate? Does the universe have a beginning? Ornfell's observations. This is incredible. I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies. This image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. That's the same notes. I'm assuming all of these bits of papers are different? Or is it just like, there's the two? Okay, never mind. There's 2 notes we can read. Any more bits of paper before I go and observe this? I don't think there is. And it's quite an out-of-body experience, seemingly. That being the eye, and that being the rest of the universe kind of just exploding. Then the universe itself kind of looked like that when you observed it. I mean, I've not got my scout. I'm assuming we go towards those stars. This is kind of surreal. I don't know what's going on. But these all seem to be a lot closer than I had originally thought. There also seems to be a tree. Huh. This is a tree in, like, countless universes. Not just the one we just looked at, but a lot of them. Just all about the place. Huh. Hi, Finesse. Good to see you. It's been a while. I'm currently finishing the game and I'm kinda confused, but it's good to see you. What? What's going on? What am I meant to do? Oh yeah, I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well also. I'm sorry I'm not more talkative. I'm very confused currently. So all these galaxies look to be exploding. I'm getting music. Okay. Leg hurts? Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's not too bad. It gets better soon. All of the lights are gone. Okay. Suddenly a lot more kind of spooky. Got a big ol' lump of quantum. Can I sit on top of it? It's a huge lump of quantum. It's just an entire tree of quantumness, which I've accidentally just kind of gone away from. Can I go back to the ground? Okay, never mind. I am back on the ground now. And apparently... Yeah, now that's confusing. How is there... A signal. Why is it someone breathing? It's me. Hello, me. Ah, never mind. It's my eyes playing trick on. It was just a trick of the mind, you know? It was in fact just a tree. That's all fine then, yeah. What's going on? I'm so confused. It's a bad time for the light to be malfunctioning. Oh. It's now a smaller collection of trees. Of course. What's going on? It's now a campfire. Which, you know what? It's all been worth it. It's all been worth it. We get to toast another marshmallow. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna get a good marshmallow going. And then we're gonna eat it. See, that's looking like a nice crisp marshmallow to me. Delicious. That was worth it. We've got a whole bunch of trees as well, seemingly. And a chair. If I do a complete spin, he's back. Okay. Hello, Esker. You hear music? I don't at the moment. I do now, though. Is that Ryback? Was that one? I think it was Ryback, was the little banjo. How'd I... There's no door going the roof, right? I'm confused. It's definitely there. I see the banjo. How'd I get to it? Ah, never mind. There was a hole in the roof all along. If I'd like do another spin around. Yeah, there's less building. Lovely. I understand it, but equally I don't understand it. And just do this. There we go. And you got a nice instrument. Does that mean he's joined me by the fire? It does, and it was Ryback, I remembered. So, it's not quite time yet. I'm pretty sure we'll need the others for this next part. We'll need, you know, everyone. No rush, take your time. It might not even exist here. Then we're after more music. There's this one. That was Feldspar, right? This one? There's something up there in orbit around the sun. Never mind, the sun no longer exists. Do you want to make it come back? There we go. How do you get that? If it doesn't actually exist properly. To turn my light off? Nope. Is it the rule of quantum stuff where I need to look back at this? What's happened? Did I just loop? I'm so confused. And it's allegedly still over here. How did I get that? You know, I'll get another one first. That's fine. Got a couple over this way. The Quiet Shade. Cross Old Bark. Is that quantum rhyme we found? Yeah. Ancient Glade. It's always dark. Here we go, I guess. Where's this other one? Trying to pinpoint it. It's over here somewhere, okay. Yeah, that's kind of spooky, but it's not real if I turn my light off, right? There we go. That's fine. That's fine. That'd be Feldspar. What? I don't recognize this one. Sorry, it takes away from movement. Takes away from movement if I choke on my water, doesn't it? I'll mute myself for a second, I'll properly cough. There we go. That should be better. I mean, what are those guys doing? Are they like pointing towards something? Something very far away. Oh, but they're standing up to get to it. So that's all good. I don't know if it's working, my guys, but if I look away and look back, there's now more of you. More again. Huh. I'm gonna know my ship. Which I believe that one was the one to go forward, right? No? Is it this one? We figured it out eventually. I mean, we're definitely getting closer. If we just stop. I don't properly get to stop, but I do get to find the mask. Is that Solanum? Would that one be? It would make sense if it was. Is he back over here? Because that's the only one we've met who's alive. It was. Popposus. Everyone must be here before we can begin. Once you arrive, I believe we'll be ready for the next step. I'm glad you remembered me. Hey, time pal. So you're getting the band back together, huh? Go on, go find the others. I'll be here. You don't need me yet, but you will. Hatchling, you found me. Nice to have company around the campfire, isn't it? Go on, go get the others. I don't want them to miss out. Yeah, we've only got one left to get, I believe. Which is the one I was slightly confused about. What am I meant to do here? There's something to do with this. I need to do, right? So the signal originally comes from here. And then it just vanishes. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what. not a case of just having the light on. It wasn't a case of looking at it while I approach. Is it that I need to zoom in? It is. I didn't even realise that was a button. I spotted the prompt. Under, like, my, the webcam, there's a couple of buttons. I've, like, put away and zoom in. I'm glad I noticed that, because I otherwise would have been stuck here for a long while. Yeah, hey, church. Shall you begin? I think you should. We should get everyone going. Launch Observer's entry eye. I wonder what happens now. It's time to find out. I think so. The song is new to me. I'm honoured to be part of it. I am having fun, yeah. I'm getting some music going. Did you say she got gold harmonica? It was nothing. That means play the whole group again. Can I start? Don't let me down. Most importantly though, now we can roast an even better marshmallow. So we've actually got a good amount of light now. That's some nice music. Let's use the signal scope. We've just got the something there. The flashing lights, has this turned into a rave? I wasn't aware of this, guys. They like just jump in. I've still lost my scout. I can jump into that, and I'm not entirely sure what's happening now. I'm not convinced that went well for me jumping into that. Could just look away. I feel I shouldn't, but we could. Is that the universe blown up then? Huh. What now? That's it, okay. That was a brilliant game. I had a lovely time with that. I'm not entirely sure what the DLC is about, but I might have time to jump into it now, honestly. Like, I don't know if I've got it downloaded properly, because I've disabled it. It should be downloaded, but it's disabled, so I might have, like, uninstalled it. I don't know. But I'll get that turned on in a minute, and then we can have a go at that. But for now, just let the credits go by, because I had a lovely time with this. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the credits, don't worry. I'm just appreciating the music as well, because I don't think I've heard of somewhere else. This is our first time hearing this bit of music. It's been a lovely game, this. I had a blast. I'm honestly not sure what the DLC is going to be, because that feels like it's kind of concluded everything. Like, is it about what happened with the other Nobai? Maybe? I don't know. Like, it's something about radio signals, I think. So I'm not sure. And following radio signals, maybe just become like a DJ or something. That might be it. Just imagine it suddenly becomes a rhythm game in space. Like that'd be worrying. You're not responding to her question? Ah, fair enough. Funny I mentioned DJs. I'm not expecting to become a DJ in the DLC, but I wouldn't be against it. Like, we get our own instrument, we join in the band. I think it'd be fun. I think I'd enjoy that, no? Now, this is a surprising amount of people actually worked in this. Unless it's all like just like publishers.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Thanks for assembling, Tuna. This has been a blast. I'm looking forward to DLC. The alpha development team was pretty large. And from my very limited understanding, I thought this started from someone's university project or something of that nature. And then it kind of evolved into this full-on game. A very fun game. Special facts, you must be near the end now, right? Echoes of Eye. That's what we're about to do. I don't think seeing the playtesters is going to spoil anything though, right? Thesis advisors. That's nice that we get a bit of attribution here. Bunch of thank you messages. And there's apparently a modding community, judging by what just went by there. What would you add to this game? Why would you need to mod it? And 14.3 billion years later, got another galaxy, seemingly. With more kind of fancy looking worlds. Alright. Just kind of remakes itself. And does that bug people? We found Mothman. Mothman's here. He's in the new galaxy. And so is my scout. I sent off earlier, of course. I'm glad my scout's doing well, you know? It'd be a shame if my scout had, died horribly in an accident after all of that. Yeah, I will quickly close the game. I'm gonna enable the DLC. And then I'll launch it again. Give me a moment. It's now been activated or told to install. It's not trying to install anything. Let's double check it's definitely going to be working. I mean, it seems like it will. I guess we jump back in. What do I think? I thought it was great fun. I had a lovely time. Like, I don't entirely know what I thought was going to happen going in, but I enjoyed exploring, learning what happened to Nomai, being hit by the interloper while trying to land in the sun station. Like, it was all good fun. I had a lovely time. Like, I do enjoy exploration in games and just learning things, but it's tough for a game to do it well, and I enjoy it. Certain parts of Echoes VI can be intense for some players if it become an obstacle to their enjoyment. A reduced frights option is available. Thank you for supporting Outer Wild Adventures. A new museum exhibit is now available in the Village Observatory. I'm gonna leave the frights on, yeah. But that worries me. Are we gonna chuck more of these, like, anglerfish at me? I don't know. I'm gonna go get my spacesuit. I'm gonna go visit the observatory. I mean, there's not immediately anything in here that's popped up, so that's good. DLC's so good. I'm looking forward to it. You've got to stick around. I'm looking forward to seeing what entirely happens, but I've got maybe another 45 minutes roughly I'd be planning to stream. So, well, we'll need to wait and see. Hello, were you here before? Hey, look at this. Statue opens its eyes. I wish you'd seen that happen. Huh? Oh, me too. Not even a little close understanding what's going on with this statue. Something you needed? I mean, I found Feldspar. Found Feldspar? We're in Dark Bramble. Stars above, this is wonderful news. Thank you. Thank you for finding it. That Feldspar didn't immediately join your ship and return here is incredibly Feldspar of them. We were never entirely sure what Feldspar was thinking back then either. Still, we ought to fish him out of that dreadful place of all haste. I'll ready ghost him and have him prepare a ship. It really should be ghosting that brings Feldspar home. Again, thank you. You can hardly imagine how profoundly happy I am to hear they're alive and unharmed. I think that's enough for now. So the new exhibit. Where is the exhibit? I'm not like immediately familiar, but I'd imagine the bit which says new exhibit's probably a good start, right? Winnowy Tower here on Timber Hearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken of the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by Deep Space Satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, Deep Space Satellite is now responsible for generating a real-time solar system map using our newest astronauts. Yeah, that would be this. As what's generated by the Deep Space Satellite, which is what's on that orbit. Which, yeah, you're actually able to see it. Okay. That's pretty neat. I had wondered what that vertical line was, but now it makes sense. Yeah, we just want to head on over to that Radio Shack, I guess. But I'm not immediately recognising this music. Hello. Almost landed on your head, sorry for that. Make my way up to here. I need to get up. I just realised that... Never mind, it comes back down on its own. I was about to say I just realised that it was up top, but no, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, heading on inside. I know where the radio kind of tower is. Let's go visit. Should pretty much just be straightforward and then slightly to the right. There we go. And the door is now open. I don't really need to have my suit on. I should. Deep Space Radio says that this is the tower. If I just go closer, there we go. This is just pictures of the galaxy. Okay. And I mean, that is impressive that you got out there to do that. Well done. That's very feldspar of him, you know. And we're recording. It has been 2 days since the launch of Deep Space Satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Live records show that on this historic day, Wells Ventures has... they're printing. Here they come. Stars above, we look at that. There's Brittle Hollow. Look there. That's Hollow's lantern. There's Giant Steep and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. Every single astral body in our magnificent solar system, looking stunning from every angle in each of these 3 images. In colour no less. This is art. I could stare at these photos forever. Doesn't Timber Hearth look tiny from... Hold on, what is that? That can't be right. That's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? It's even stranger, it doesn't show up in either of the other photos, just this one. Well, there must be an equipment malfunction, I suppose. Only sensible explanation for it. I'll ring you Gabriel and ask him to examine the satellite's lens for defects. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's Gabriel, isn't it? Not Feldspar. But yeah, he doesn't show up in any of the other photos, he's right. But what specifically is he on about? Because that one looks normal. Is that fair Timber Hearth? Yeah. Because that looks normal as well. Is the unexpected thing hidden behind him? I'll need to go talk to Gabbro then, right? Which one was Gabbro? He's the one on Giant Steep, right? Let's just check. Hornfels knows us, exchange of photos. Equipment function is only a sensible explanation, yeah. We want to go to Gabbro. Gabbro's Island. Here we go. Mark that so we can find it nice and easily. Off we go. To presumably find some kind of deep space radio signal. And we could go up to the actual satellite itself and repair it. Then come back, because I believe it is in need of repair or something. Was it? I might be wrong about that. Yeah, I am here. I want over there. I was going entirely the wrong direction. I thought I broke it by smashing into it. I didn't smash into it, I'll have you know. I landed very carefully next to it. I'm trying to think, what have I smashed into? I mean, I smashed into the interloper. But it more so smashed into me. There was a case of me getting to the probe from the probe cannon, but I don't think I smashed into that. I think I kind of somehow caught up to it and then like stood next to it for a little bit and concluded there wasn't anything to do with the actual probe. Mutual smashing? I mean, yeah, we equally smashed into each other, alright? I'll accept that for the interloper. It's good fun, right? I quite liked it. I was very absorbed in trying to land on the sun station because Luna told me it was an achievement. And just out of nowhere, crashing into the interloper was not something I expected. This should be Gabbro's Island, with a Gabbro sitting just down there. You are mentioned by name, my friend, so I'm here to say hello. Is that like a ghost matter cave? That is. Is there anything else in there? Not really much going on in there, is there? But it is a cave, which is interesting, so I don't remember seeing it before. I guess it'd be this part of the cave. Cool. That's not meant to happen, is it? Yeah, that's what I expected. No, I'm not going to question it. That's fine. My probe went through the wall. It happens to all good probes. Or scouts, sorry. No, kind of wish I built a hammock here before we ended up in this time loop. Yeah, more importantly, I found something from the photo view inside the old radio tower. There we go. Nice. That looked busy in it? Ah, I hope it looks busy. That's been from the time Ornfels asked me to check on Deep Space Satellite. We thought all Space A might be malfunctioning, but I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. This is probably how I got a shot of my beautiful B. Hamilton's face. I always thought it was kinda sweet. The best way to find all space is to use a map that's generated by the satellite itself, isn't it? It's inviting us to visit the old Deep Space Satellite, always making sure we know where we're going. Why do you think it's broken? We'll check on that in a moment. Hello. I want to go inside of you, please, ship, before everything comes crashing down. We'll check on that in a moment. For now, I just want to be slightly higher above, and then land back down with it. There we go. We didn't have any immediate impacts that destroyed my ship. Unless that's not going to pick me back up again immediately, is it? Hopefully not. Be a little bit mean. Maybe a little bit mean. Yes, hello again. Found something. Photo. Why'd Hornfels think it was broken? I don't know. Hornfels probably told me why, but Hornfels tells me a lot of things, and sometimes I tune it. Or pretend there's signal interference and I can't hear it. Best guess says Deep Satellite must have sent Timber Hearth some weird pictures, but like, what's considered weird for satellite, you know? Anyway, you ever want to visit Old Spacey? Fast ways to jump into your ship and use the solar system map to lock onto satellite, same as you would any astrolog. Well, you can lock onto things from the map. You can do that. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you just looked at where things were relative to. Huh. Alright. Well, immediately untrack him. He's lovely to chat to, but not all that useful. Oh yeah, you can lock onto things. Hell yeah. There we go. That worked surprisingly well. That did not. Now let me quickly repair the ship. I didn't think there was a tree right above me. There we go. It's fine, it's fine. Just ignore the fact I did a mild crash and we're all good. Yeah, heading on up. That is relatively far away. Steadily approaching. And then we just move up a bit. And we continue to move at, I'm going to say maybe 700 meters per second would be reasonable. That'll get us there in good time. Yeah, we're very fine. Exactly. I'm glad you agree. Now, I've come across this before in the past. It makes sense there's now something to do with it. Yeah, something that we can actually track using the signal scope. Cool. I mean, I'm gonna say we probably start slowing down a little as we approach it. This is fine. I want to be slightly to the side just in case I overshoot. I don't want to crash into it. We don't want to be moving away, however. This is fine. Steadily moving towards it. I think 30 meters a second is perfectly acceptable. Move slightly quicker. Thing is, this thing's small, so it's hard to judge entirely how close I am. Here we are then, at the satellite. So as numbers in the speed reading, yeah, if numbers are there, so I know how close I am. But still, I like to be able to tell, like, visually how close I am as well. Can I get into, like, a mostly stationary orbit with it? I can't quite adjust it as much as I'd like to, but I think that's about as good as we're getting. Make sure I'm refilling fuel. A bit of a shame to just vanish after going and getting all the way over to this. Yes, hello. Got a recording. Shouldn't be able to hear it in space, but I'm gonna say it's fine. Gather here, checking in on Deep Space Satellite. Per ground control's request to check out a possible equipment problem. See, Hornfels, I do work too. You know, I wouldn't mind being a satellite. It's peaceful up here, among the distant stars and soft, velvety darkness. Bet it's awfully nice for naps. Alright, well ends. Alright, little satellite. Let's see what the trouble is. Huh, everything looks A-okay, ground control. No dust or scratches in the lens, and no evidence of sparking or violent explosions. So that rules out an equipment malfunction after all. Alright, pal, you're in great shape. Keep a good workout here. He is a bit of an odd fella. I like him. I like Gavin. And so that reading there is how far across it is currently. Can I get a picture of me? Maybe? I'm not going to stay here and wait for a picture. Yeah, no equipment malfunction. In which case, just go talk to Hornfels. If I'd looked at what angle it was at when it had the picture of Gabbro, that's maybe what I need to do. Is there anything that looks off? Immediately, no. Am I seeing anything? No, nothing too exciting. I mean, you've got Dark Bramble and everything. Got a Brittle Hollow, Interloper. That's a white hole, isn't it, over there? That's fine. Got Ash Twins, got Timber Hearth. And this updates in real time, so if anything shows up, it should appear, right? Makes me think, is there something underneath the sun? I mean, there's not anything on top of it. If I go out at an odd angle, then can I see anything above? No, I can't. I can't see anything underneath. I can see there's a quantum moon. Yeah, I'm not seeing much. I'm not sure what I'm meant to be seeing, but it would probably have helped if I kept track of the number I was meant to be looking for. Because I had the angles back at the Timber Hearth. I mean, currently, what angle is it? Currently, the number is... I spin around slightly. It's 300. So seeing as 300 is down there. Does that mean if we go at a complete kind of right angle out from here, out to the edge, I'm assuming this spot here would be 0? I think that makes sense. Where is it now? It's assuming this number is still increasing. We don't want to crash into it because that's going to offset things in an annoying way. Yeah, that is continuing to increase steadily. Oh, nothing looks too off just yet. Let's get us back to Timber Hearth. Which, you know what? Autopilot. I've not really done it before. We'll see how well it works. So it doesn't look like it's going to fly me into the sun, and we're kind of pressed on time. So the sun's not looking the best right now. But yeah, the sun's... It's not got long left, I don't think. Yeah, there's a sound of it not having long left. Possibly have a quick chat to the fellow, but I think I'd rather get the number out of the radio tower. This is fine, just make sure I can land. Make me down. A little rapid fell apart. That is tragic. Like, whenever you get a rapid, everything just falls out. It's going from, oh, it's a nice tasty meal to, okay, this meal's gonna be a mess and I can't fix it. That means something was spotted from, if I zoom out a bit more, kind of up here-ish, looking down. Can I see anything? Other than the sun immediately exploding, no. See, 137. There should be something. Grab the fork and hold what napkins. I mean, that'll do. That'll do to keep it tidy. I believe in you. You can eat your rat. That'll work out, I'm sure. Yeah, we want to maybe talk to Hornfels, who's a guy in the museum. And we want to go to about 137 degrees. Which, I mean, that's perfectly doable. So that's just like 45 degrees around from, like, straight vertical above the sun. So I can do that. I can do that. Quickly grab my suits. Anything else get added to the rumor mode map? Is that... That's not what I was after. I was after this. That does not keep track of the number, so just remember 137. it's quite possibly important. But we do want to go talk to Hornfels. Hey, buddy, you're Hornfels, right? No? You know Hornfels? Here's Hornfels. That is him. It says so when I try and interact. Okay, he doesn't help. Back to the ship we go. This is fine. I think quickest way to get to the ships, like if I can use this briefly. There we go. That gets me back up. Up we go. Get some fuel. In our ship. Get. And where is the thing? Okay, so it does make a proper trip around. If we stick with it, we will find what we're looking for. And just autopilot briefly, because it should get me fairly close. And at this point, I've beaten the first game. 137 is the image with, I mean, it's got Gabbro on it, and the other ones looked normal. I don't know which image it was meaning as a thing. I'm assuming it's 137, but it might have been the number. But we're just gonna follow this around the whole time and see what we come across. Because yeah, if we just follow this around, well, we'll find what we're after, right? I'm slowly, moving alongside this thing. I don't want to move towards it, I don't want to move to the side. Just very carefully adjust my direction. It's about as balanced as I'm getting, I think. Where are we now? We are not where I'd like to be. We should be about maybe 30 degrees? Assuming I've got my numbers correct. What does this thing say? What's freedom? Seem to avoid crashing into it. About 45. I mean, I was about correct, but I guess I was further around than I thought. Or is this thing just moving quicker than I thought it was? But no, actually looking out from this side, that does seem about correct. So we need to wait for it to get a bit farther through, and there might be something that pops up. Is my expectation. Whether it's like a quantum thing, I don't know. There's echoes of the eye. That makes me think it's maybe quantum. Just to check, my ship is still nearby. I think it's not getting much further away, and neither am I, so that's all good. So we just need to go inside and wait. I mean, yeah, it's a theory. Like, I think it's a reasonable enough theory to have. We'll just need to wait and see, though, won't we? Now we wait. Does anything look off? I mean, I can see the sun station, I can see all the planets, I can see the interloper, I can see the quantum moon. That looks fine. What did it spot from this angle? 'Cause it saw something from around this kind of an angle. So we should be about at maybe 885 currently. We're at a reasonable distance from the actual thing still, so I'm just gonna go stand next to it, honestly, in my spacesuit. Or I guess float next to it. This feels reasonable. This means I can get a more accurate reading. Just make sure I don't crash. Because at 86. Got a bit more to go, another 50. $50 is going to take a while. Like every second it's changing by 0.2 degrees. That's every 5 seconds changes by 1 degree. Got a little while still. Thing is, once I find whatever this is, I can track it on the HUD, is my assumption. So I'll be able to find it again easily. So I'm happy enough just spending a cycle looking for it. Like, that doesn't seem all that unreasonable. And assuming it's something quantum, the fact that Gabbro's in the way means we need to take a picture of it for it to remain there. So I need to remember to do that. Also, if it's quantum, I should maybe be looking away briefly until we're in position. Because yeah, it's not going to appear if it's quantum if I'm not looking away, right? Also astutely aware that my ship is slowly drifting away from me. I mean, I'm fine without a hint for now. I'll see what I can figure out. Okay, I should be good. Yeah, my ship's getting further and further away. It's still not all that far, though. We should be fine. Let's turn myself around. There we go. Okay, we're within 15 degrees. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, we're going to continue waiting. You can see the white hole over there. Within 10 degrees. Not seeing anything. Within 5. Still not seeing anything immediately apparent. $137. Still nothing. Well, that's a little upsetting. Have I missed something? Was it a different picture I needed? Was it not the one which had Gabbro? Was it a different picture? So I've got my angles correct, which is good. Also, I'll bring my scout back. I don't think I'll leave it just floating in space forever. That'd be a little bit mean. So It's not 137. I need to take a closer look at these pictures. I'd assumed it was hidden by Gabbro because, I mean, yeah, that'd be a typical Gabbro move, wouldn't it? I guess now we've got to assume that's not the case. I think I want to go to that patch of trees currently on the top of the planet as I look at it. Turned off autopilot, so it's fine. Where is the radio station? It's not immediately here. Here it is. Fill up on fuel. Not that we really use it right here, but might as well. Is it a different one? Is it that one I'm looking for? In which case, angle of 40. You get that towards the start of the loop then, if you follow the thing. Although if I now know where that is, that's what I'm looking for. It's the very dark planet. That makes more sense, now that I know how this thing works. So, first things first, get out of orbit from where I am. We want to be by the sun. And we want to go towards 40. Which is going to be kind of tricky to do, but I think it'd be out that way. I'll see if I was right in a second. I was completely wrong, I think. Yeah, no, I was completely wrong. I need to be... This is going to be really tricky to figure out, but I should be able to... Again, I'm seeing a little blue light I saw back in... what do I call it? Dark Bramble. What is this thing? Like this definitely looks like a thing. Right? What is this? What is this thing? What do I think? It's just like a particle that refuses to go away. What a funky little thing. Where am I? Definitely not where I want to be. But I wasn't going mad earlier. I wasn't going mad. It existed. To some degree, it existed. There's something out this way. Between that outer orbit. Yeah, bring me back to the solar system. That would be somewhat appreciated. So I'm trying to figure out... I need to be above Giant's Deep, opposite side, is what I need. It's pretty much... Yeah, just head directly towards the sun and then past it. This feels like a bad idea, but it's an idea. You can't deny it. This is most certainly an idea. Biggest issue though is, like, this is a hard planet to find, and the best way to find it is when the sun is between you and it. I'm currently doing that, but kind of in reverse. At least it's what I'm trying to do. I'm not doing it very well. I won't lie. You know, what's going to be quicker is if I just restart the time. Look, 'cause it starts around the right point. I just need to go straight towards it immediately. If I go towards the probe, or the, not probe, the station, that should be fine. So I get to the deep space satellites. It's pretty much in the right spot immediately. Yeah, all spacey. I like Gabri's name for it, it's a fun one. I'm not going to remember to call it that, but it's a fun name. I do need to do this. I need... lock on, buckle up, and off we go. Just try not to crash into anything immediately, but that looks like we're fine. So it was 40 degrees, I think it was. That we're looking for. If I face the opposite direction, it'll still boost me correctly. Immediately just looking at all the stars in the background and seeing what happens. You got a probe over there. That's moving differently to the rest. Yeah, 40 degrees. I can do that. Autopilot does not crash me into it, which is very nice. Still like to end a little bit closer. And at this point, we should be able to just wait. So long as we follow the probe. Or not the probe. I keep calling it a probe. It's all spacey. We need to make sure we're following him around. We need to get to... yeah, much better angle than we're currently at. We're at maybe, if we're generous, 20 degrees. I can be patient though. Possibly just line him up so he's on the sun. Because we're getting as close to what the picture would have been as possible. I kind of want to go check the angle, but I don't need to. I can estimate it relatively well. And that being said, there's not immediately anything. Despite this should be about the correct point. Ah, there it is. There's what we're after. Okay, I was just being slightly impatient. That was all. This thing seems very blurry. You can't even target it. Is this like a black hole? What is this thing? I don't know what this thing is, but I don't like it. What on earth's going on? What is this? All I've got going for it is there's a light in the distance. Is that just my way out towards, like, the... Ooh. Am I supposed to just be investigating this? What is this? That looks more like what I want to investigate, yeah. Hello. Is this like aliens? What's all this about? There we go. I'm not gonna trust that there's oxygen outside, but there might be. And the flashlight doesn't do much, and there are spacecraft by looks of things. That looks like a UFO. Has this been added to my ship log? Can I track this in the future? I'm gonna very quickly check if I'm on a time limit or if I've got time to figure stuff out. Okay, it's not been added yet. So I may have some kind of a time limit. But immediately, I should be safe. Unknown language. This is another kind of precursor race, different to the Nomai. Different clan of the Nomai? You gonna let me outside? This only rotates when you look at it. Okay. This is bizarre, but I think I'm figuring out how it works. Oh, almost. Almost got that. There we go. What's this? I'm gonna step into the middle of that. That feels like a bad idea immediately. Oh. Whoa. It's some kind of ring world habitat thing. Which, presumably, yeah, use this to move. Might help to know it's a flashlight, not me looking. Ah. That does help. Yeah, thank you for that. So Nomai's one was just about looking. So yeah, now we've got a giant ring world. Some unknown language. Not got anything on there. Yeah, by the looks of things, this place has been abandoned for a while. I mean, they had like spears, or are they just like walking sticks from especially thorny branches? Yeah, from something so advanced looking, how did they like disappear? They looked like they were taller than me, judging by the table height. Huh. Get a picture. They had antlers. Okay. Fairly smooth skin with antlers. And what's this? That looks like something you shine your, like, torch at, and then you just need to stop it. Right? Like, you just stop that as an eclipse? You do. And it opens up. Well, that makes sense. That doesn't help. Okay, we could have got into that regardless. So that's not anything too fancy, but we've learned how doors work. It's an impressive achievement, I'm sure. Remove the slide reel. Just put this in up here then. Where do we put it? Because there's not a light to shine. I mean, presumably there's a projector. Right? Or you put it into here. Okay. Ah, I need to actually shine my own light in. I don't know what that means. But okay. Something to do with the eye being in orbit around the sun. It'd be useful if we could just have a light. Can I like launch a scout? That would probably be sensible. Can I land it in the middle? That works. It's not quite right though, is it? Let's put the scout here. No. So it needs to shine in from above. Can I activate that somehow? It works somewhat. That's fine. There might be a better way, like you say, Luna, but something about the eye, them observing it, and gaining knowledge from the eye? Or it did something to the face. And the film's not very happy. The film reel. We're definitely missing parts of this. I think that's mostly working as it's intended to. Huh. It'd be nice if I had a proper kind of view of the whole thing. I'm not sure what to take away from that. That doesn't really help. Ideally, you'd want something to fit into the middle of this that creates light. Can't like just steal a light bulb, can I? No. Yeah. You're right, that would certainly be very ideal. I'm assuming it's what I meant to do. But I've just not found the light that I can insert is the issue. I mean, just continuing on from where we started, we just go across here, I guess. It's very silent, this place, though, isn't it? That's what we're needing, isn't it? A lantern. Just learn a little bit about their art and culture. They did fishing. I don't know if they were just like doing cultural things or if it was a religious stuff with the lanterns and like the lights. But we need this lantern in there. I figured it out, don't worry. My previous idea, it did somewhat work well, right? Like, give me half credit for that, right? Like, I almost figured out something. Oh dear. how quickly can we look at this? I don't know. Not quickly enough, would be my assumption. Hello, Raft. You'll save me, won't you? I'd only just figured it out, god damn it. We've got music. Does that mean the galaxy's about to explode? Is there anything I'd only be able to do after that happened? Possibly, yes. It looks like there's something down there that's under the water. So we're going to go back up that way. If we can. Maybe I prefer going with the current, actually. We've got fantasy music. I mean, there's a lot we need to do before this kind of erupts. But, that being said, there's still stuff we can do once the dam bursts. It's a bit weird though that they've got a dam, because this is a ring world. Surely everything would be the same kind of, like, height in terms of water depth. That's been put underwater, so that's not what we're looking for. Got a hole up there, we got some kind of building. What we are looking for is just prior to this dam. There should be, yes, that thing. Ship log has been updated. Hooray. Because this is what I was looking for. What is it? I don't know. It's like a dredging claw? Like, am I able to go underneath and get in? I can. It's like a diving bell in that case. Sort of, almost. There's stairs. That's probably easier. Hello. Why are there chains? Do I need to break some seals? Is that like what that door before did? Did I break a seal accidentally? I don't know. Most importantly though, we can just doze off and start again. Actually, I don't know if that's a good idea. You know, I'm just gonna roast a marshmallow instead. Get a different flavour of marshmallow if you roast it on this fire. Possibly. That's looking nice and toasted. Lovely. Green flavour marshmallow, yeah. I'm sure that's how it works. Yeah, that's some kind of... I don't know, I don't want to call it a prison structure, but it's certainly got something locked up. I couldn't tell you what. It's also weird that we've not blown up yet, because I feel the cycle should have ended. Ah, well. Continue on underwater for a moment. We go up here? Not really. How do I get out of the water? I mean, there's a raft just gone by there. Might have been ideal. use these rocks to connect the flame up? Maybe? We've only got a limited amount of fuel, however. So I'm not the fondest of this approach. I'm not doing the best job of it either. That's too steep. Ouch. I'm not convinced that's a good idea. I'm gonna stop doing that. What is the plan? I mean, there's a bit of bridge. That's not what I'm after. I can possibly go up there. That thing's meant to kind of grab you. But I feel I can get across. Let's try not to get carried away in the rapids. There we go. There's still no signals, is there? I mean, gravity's slightly high. It's 1.3 times apparently. It said where it said 1.2 a second ago. But yeah, it's gonna be a little more difficult to climb with it. Thankfully, though, I am an expert at like going up things. You know, I'm not, but I can pretend I am. And that's got to count for something. Yeah, making my way up here. Buildings that used to exist. That's all good. Can I actually get inside of that one currently? I can, but I'm slightly too late. That's fine. Put you in there. We can still have a very quick slideshow of something, right? Maybe. I do not need that door, I don't think. Anything in here? Any like archives tucked around the corners? No. It's a shame. I kind of hope to be a reel of some kind to put in. We can open this. Does this get me anything? No, other than being a little disappointed, there's not much. There is, however, a film reel down here, so I guess we had the right idea. Simply a case of we did it slightly too late. I'm also just stuck. I can't leave here. There we go. Figured it out. Hey Jack, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm doing good. Beating the game, which is good. Now doing the DLC, which I'm having fun with. I'm sincerely hoping we can track this place, rather than having to do that annoying thing with a probe each time. However, it seems I might be fine to quickly put this in. No, okay. Just as I was about to do stuff. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's gonna be fun going to a convention with people. We've also got tonight, games night if you want to come along, Jack. Up to you. No pressure if you're busy. Okay, we got so close to being able to see what was on that reel. I was just about to press the buttons on. That is absolutely tragic. This game, what time? It'll be around 9 PM and it'll be Jackbox and such. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to my... I know the launch codes. I tell about using ship logs to destination markers. I was well aware of that. Yep. Honestly, how to come up with these incredible ideas? I do the best with what I've got. Really, you're too kind. Yes, you're a technological marvel. Oh, say that again, please? Seems so good when it's not sarcastic. Anyway, got a fire to enjoy and lunch codes to grab. Go wild with your marking feature while you're out there. Just try not to follow it try not to follow it so directly flying to the sun, okay? Yes, I appreciate that. I was aware that it was a feature. It's a very useful feature. Go up. No, I'm not going to do that, because I'm just going to check the log, and I think that's where we'll end the stream. But for now... yeah, sealed vault, as I expected. Something that's closed. I don't know how you get into it. That's going to be the main mystery, I'd imagine. It's really wanting me to mark stuff on my HUD. There we go. Stop flashing at me. Massive artificial ring world hidden within some sort of cloaking field. Does not appear to be Harfin or Nomian in orange. North Reservoir with wooden piers and buildings on both shores. Large metal structure suspended by chains. Be entered by swimming from below. The sealed vault illuminated by a green fire inside the structure. A strange vault wrapped in chains and marked with 3 glowing symbols. A low-lying region near the entrance to Stranger. There are wooden buildings along the banks of the river. That there is. I think for now, that's enough of this. I'm looking forward to doing more. That is a fun mystery. We'll need to figure out how we actually learn their language as well. Because it's not going to be easy to do, I wouldn't have thought. But yeah, for now, that is all. I think we'll come back to more of this next Friday, I would imagine. Possibly we could do some on Wednesday. Because I did finish up Ni no Kuni. So I've got a game to kind of fill the gap. But I could not do that game and just double down on this for a while, which I'd be entirely happy to do. For now though, that is all. I very much appreciate the company. It's been lovely having you. And yeah, I'll see if I can figure out some more of this DLC next time, hopefully. Until then though, bye for now.